Hello, my friends. This is BobbieD coming to you live from the Long Cebu, Philippines. I'm having an awesome time in the Philippines today. Hope you are as well. Hey, today I want to talk to you about the Philippines SRRV Visa update. In the Philippines, yeah, man. The Philippines SRRV Visa update in the Philippines. Yeah. Woo, what a joy. It's such a joy to come back again, my friend. And today I want to say those here for the first time, if you click on the subscribe button and the bell notification, you see fresh, new Philippine videos, official videos, and worldwide videos. Now, when you talk about the Philippines, you know what I'm saying? This is a country where people like to come to retire. Yeah, it's a retirement mecca for many, many people all over the world. And so what happens is the Philippines understands that, and they want to take advantage of the retirees. So they've created a system that handles the retirees. And so today we're going to focus on that system. It is called the Special Retirees Resident Visa in the Philippines. Okay, and we're going to talk about today. I'm going to show you all the benefits of it. I'm going to show you about the functions, the plan, all the details, but not all of them. This is an update. I'm going to basically focus on the updates of the plan. I did a video in 2019. On that video, I spent, this is like a 2-hour live broadcast. I went in great length about the SRRV Visa. So you want to check that for the really nitty-gritty details. This is a summary update of the changes or change, I might say, that occurred, okay? So this is not the detailed nitty-gritty that you may want to think you're getting. If you want that, I have a subsequent video that you would want to look at up on it also, okay? However, when I get to this, you'll have a better understanding of what the SRRV is all about, and you'll have a better understanding if it's something that you may believe could be helpful to your retirement needs in the Philippines. Okay, you with me, GP? All right, we'll do a quick 1 minute review, 1 minute review, 1 minute review. Let's go. All right, so we'll look at the last thing we talked about on the last live stream. 1 minute review, quick. All right, so the last time we talked to you about this right here. Okay? Yeah. Are you ready for love? Are you ready for love? You fall in love again. Yeah, ready, not ready. Ready? Now, yeah, you know, some people just don't know, man. You know, they just don't know. You know, and we did this broadcast to show you, to discover those things and those conditions you need to know when you're ready. You know, I gave you 5, baby. 5 on it to show you what you need to know if you're ready or not. Here I come in this love triangle again, in this love situation again. Then you want to be ready, man. You want to be playing games with people's emotions. Don't play with my emotion. You can play with a lot of stuff with me, but don't play with my feelings, man. Don't play with my emotion. I don't play that. It's hard for me to give myself to someone, and then I'll find out later on that you was just playing all silly game with me. Tricks are for kids, baby. I'm not a kid. I'm a grown man. Silly rabbit. Now, I talked to you about number 1. You have to focus and accept the fact that relationships take work. Got to work it, baby. Number 2, we talked about you have to be able to put someone else's interest before you. Number 3, we talked about you have to forget about your ideal mate list. And number 4, we talked about you have to understand that communication is of the utmost importance. And then number 5, we talked about you have to accept that some problems may never be resolved. We did a very awesome broadcast, had a great discussion on the details. We answered a lot of people's questions about whether they're ready. Some people were not sure, and I'm sure that this broadcast helped you come to the decision if you're ready or not ready. You with me, JP? I do it right, tight, long. I don't play, man. I give it to you in detail. And when I get through with this stuff, you're going to know. You're going to be wondering, what do you say? What do you say? No, I break it down to you in basic language so you can get it right, tight, long. You ready, GP? Let's go. Thumbnail for the day, thumbnail for the day, thumbnail for the day. Here we go. SRR Visa. That's the Visa man right there. He's the SRRV Visa man trying to get in the Philippines. Yeah. Special resident retirees visa. And last word is what? Update. This is an update. Yeah, we got an update, man. And when I go through the update with you, you're gonna be, what? That's all it was? Yeah, that's it. I mean, they made a big deal out of it, but it's just they stopped the whole program. We'll talk about this later. But the SRRV visa program is huge for people that want to retire here, because this type of visa allows you to multiple entries in and out of the Philippines at any time. Okay, and with this type of visa, you don't have to have an ACRI card like I do. I'm a permanent resident visa, and the SRRV visa is a permanent resident also. But I've got to have an ACRI card. They don't have to. You'll find out. This is a great visa, guys. If you're retirement minded, and your retirement age, you're coming to the point where you want to leave the USA, you want to leave Great Britain, Russia, France, whatever. The Philippines is a great alternative, man. I've been here 6 years now, and it's been a blessing to me. Yeah, my life has changed. I met an awesome young lady, and we have a beautiful life here, and we're enjoying every minute of it. And I got to tell you, sometimes you have some issues, right? And the most of our issues are not with us. They were the people. Oh, Lord. Well, I'm not going to tell you. But anyway, when we did our last food drive, man, some of the things behind the scenes you did not see, it was a nightmare. People came against my wife, and then they drew me into the situation. I had nothing to do with that situation that they were talking about, but they put me in it. Filipinos, what is the problem? When I examined the issues that they were dealing with, the root cause of their issues is jealousy and envy. Filipinos are jealous when they see people doing well, and they're envious. They want to be in your place. You ever heard that song? They smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place. Backstabbers, backstabbers. That's what it is, man. They smile in your face like they're your buddy, right? All the time they want to take your place. But be careful when you get into a relationship with a Filipino. You got to deal with their family, because it's a family. You heard that song? It's a family affair. It's a family affair. Yeah, it's a family affair. It could be serious. All right, so let's do thumbnail for the day. Thumbnail for the day. We got that right now. No hocus pocus, just focus. Let's go. Focus for the day. Focus for the day. Let's go. All right, number one. We're gonna look at what is the SR. BobbieD, what you talking about, man? I don't know what you're talking about. What is the SR? I'm gonna tell you, man. Chill. I got you. What is the SRRV Visa? We're gonna talk about that. And number two, what has changed? What's the update, BobbieD? You talk about the update. I don't know what you mean, man. I got you, man. We're gonna talk about it. But see that man right there? He trying to get in there. He trying to get his visa. He got the Monte. This is a visa that costs some money now. Don't think you gonna come in here on this visa and don't have no Monte. Now, we're gonna find out why you have to have money to get this visa and what they do with the money. And we're gonna talk about why they created this type of visa. All of those things we're gonna look at. We're gonna look at a very summary update and a very summary description of the visas, because some of you really don't know. But when you get through it, when I get through it today, you'll have a better understanding and a better idea of what the SRR visa is all about. Now, the SRRV, just for basic information, stands for the Special Residence Retirees Visa. Okay, it's a special visa, special non-immigrant visa for foreign nationals who'd like to make the Philippines their second home or an investment destination. A lot of people don't live here, but they just want to come here to vacation, and they'll buy an investment property and rent it out while they're not living there. You know, a lot of people do that, and that's why the condo industry is so huge here in the Philippines. You know, a lot of people come out here, buy a condo, they'll stay for like 2 or 3 months of the year, and the other time of the year, what do? They rent it out as investment. Yeah, so it's okay, man. There's a lot of ways you can come here if you want to live a good life and a peaceful life, an enjoyable life, enjoy yourself. People are very friendly here, and you would have a great time retiring in the Philippines. Let's begin. All right. So now we'll take a look at this right here. I focus on number one. What is the visa? What is the SSR? Okay, the SRRV rather, is given the qualified PRA, and PRA stands for the Philippine Retirement Authority. They are the corporation that handles the applications for people that want an SRR visa. You have to go through them to get it. You don't go to the BI to apply for this.
although the BI disperses the visa to you, you have to apply for your visa to the PRA, Philippine Retirement Authority. And I'll have in the link of description of this video, I have the links for the PRA, BI, everything you need to know, checklist on things you need to have to get that visa. I'll have all that in the description of this video. Some of it I'll have in this video as we go, but I wanted to bring that clarity what the PRA is. Now, PRA is the awards you, they approve your application, and they tell you everything you need to have, all the documents you need to have to get into the Philippines and to get your visa. Okay, let's see now. The SRRV is a lifetime visa. In other words, it's a permanent resident visa. Okay, and its holders are exempt from Bureau of Immigration requirements. Okay, like for example, I told you I'm a permanent 13A visa holder. The Bureau of Immigration requires me to have an ACRI card. That's an Alien Certificate of Registration card. I have to renew that every year. SSRV holders are not eligible for that. They're not required for that. In addition to that, if you're an SRRV holder, you're eligible to work. You don't have to apply for a work permit, okay? And you're eligible to study or invest in the Philippines without applying for those, you know? Because me, with a permanent 13A, I'm also eligible to work here and study and also invest. But the other visas, you're not. So there's a lot of advantages of having that visa, guys. And when we get through this, I'm gonna show you this particular country that has dominated this SRRV visa, and that's one of the reasons why. And we'll find out about this later as we continue. That's one of the reasons why the program was suspended in October of 2020, because one select country and group of people were taking advantages of the SRRV visa. And I'll tell you why as we get to it, okay? All right, let's take a look at this. Now we're looking at what is the SRRV visa, and let's continue, okay? Now, if you're an applicant trying to get this visa, you're going to secure your medical and your police clearance in the place of origin. In other words, you're from the USA, you got to have a medical clearance from there, and you have to have police clearance from them before you can apply. You'll have to have those documents. Now, you can apply for the visa in your country, okay? But you have to receive the visa when you're actually in the Philippines, okay? So what you do is you get all your paperwork, go to the PRA, which is the Philippines Authority, Philippine Retirement Authority. You see that symbol there? That's their logo. You would contact them, and I'll have the information on the email, phone numbers, addresses, everything you need to contact them. And in the description of this video, also some of that will be on the tail end of this broadcast. You will contact them, say, hey, what can I do? I want to get a visa. And they'll give you the information. They'll give you a checklist of things you need. You fill that stuff up, send it back to them, and say, okay, sir, your visa is being processed. In the meantime, if you wish, you can come to the Philippines, but you'll have to come in on a tourist visa. So you come in on a tourist visa. Once you arrive here, usually about 5 days later, you'll get your retirement visa. That's what they say, you know, in the Philippines. You deal with the Philippines, they will tell you 5 days. It might be 15 days, you know. But anyway, and it's in essence, that's a brief synopsis of the SRRV application process. Okay. Now, I'm not talking about the money part of it. I'll get to that later. Okay. All right, let's go. Let's continue. All right. So what has changed? In the basic update, you know, they made this big thing like, well, they had a bunch of changes. There was only one change, guys. Only one change. The entire program is the same. There's only one change. It's a big one, but it's only one change. And major changes, let's go through it. I'm going to tell you later. The major change is this. This is a new age of entry, okay? What you mean, BobbieD? What you mean, new age of entry? Yeah, new age of entry, man. The old age of entry for this visa was 35 years old, okay? Yeah, you're right. How can you gonna be 35 years old, retired, Bobby? We a super millionaire? Wow, that's what the problem was. The Philippines are letting people 35 years of age as the retirement visa. Can you believe that, man? And guess who was taking advantage of it? One particular country was taking advantage of that, and that was the China country called China. Chinese people, foreign nationals, said, "Ooh, we're gonna take advantage of this. I'm 35, but I don't retire. I would just want to work and get me some more time." So what they would do, y'all, they would get the visa, right? Pay the requirements, right? And then it wouldn't be in retirement. they would get the visa and get employment here. And by them getting employment, they would bypass the employment permit processes. Because if you're an alien and you want to work, you're a foreigner and you want to work in the Philippines, you have to apply for an alien permit, foreign alien work permit. Okay, so, and there's very stringent rules for the work permit. So what they did was, to get around applying for the work permit, people 35 and above said, hey, let's get that retirement visa. Gonna be easy. Let me get in here and do my job and do that work permit. They don't give it to them. So Chinese figured it out. Like, it's smart. Okay, we got a loophole here, guys. Let's go. And they worked that thing to the perfection. I'm gonna show you how much they worked that thing. They messed it. To be honest with you, man, the Chinese messed it up for everybody else. Let me show you the statistics on this thing. Oh, watch this. See right there? Okay, the Tourism Secretary Bernadette Romulo Puyat announced on Wednesday, October 21st, that the Philippines Retirement Board trustees would already repeal this policy, allowing the foreigners as young as 35 years old to retire in the country. So they repealed the policy in October when they suspended the plan. Okay. Now, based on the Philippine Retirement Authority list, here's the reason why they retort. A total of 70,520 people had SRR visas. Out of those 70,520, 27,678 were Chinese nationals. Okay, 40%. And you can see the numbers for the others, right? So Chinese were taking advantage of the loophole, and they were coming here working, avoiding the work permit process because it's very stringent to get a work permit here. So and one of the senators, which is Richard Gordon, he found out, he said, like, what? People 35, you getting people 38, 35 retirement visas? And they did the statistics, and they found that the Chinese were taking advantage of a loophole. So they suspended the program in October, and they made one big change. And that's the new age of requirement is what? 50. You got to be 50 years old to get up in here if you want to retire. Okay? That's just the way it is. You know, they messed it up for people that had legitimate retirement reasons at age 35. They messed it up. That's not going to happen, Captain. Forget that out your mind. Just get that out your mind. No more 35, okay? 50, and you can thank the Chinese for that, okay? That's another thing you can thank them for. Let's go. All right, so that now you see what happened and why that's the big update. Everything else is pretty much the same, but that's the big update. So now I'm going to proceed and talk to you about some of the other features of the plan so you can have an idea. I know a lot of you guys out there contemplating retirement, trying to get in the Philippines, and you want to know some details. I'm not going to give you all of the details because, again, the nitty-gritty of the plan I did in 2019, that video is still relevant today. The only difference is the 35 age range is no longer valid. But you want more details, go to that video. Okay. So they suspended in October. The original age for eligibility was 50 years old. When they started this plan, y'all, the original age for eligibility for the SRR visa was 50 years old, okay, and above, which would require a bank deposit of $75,000. You know, that's what the bank deposit was, $75,000. That was a lot of money. That's when they originally started the plan. However, in 1993, the age requirement was lowered to 35 years old to open the program to military servicemen who retire early, such as Americans, Taiwanese, and Koreans. So they lowered it in 1993. They lowered the age to 35 because they wanted to get more people in there. They were probably competing with Thailand and other countries in Southeast Asia and say, hey, we got a good idea. We dropped the age, we get more people. Yeah, they got more people, but they got the wrong they got the wrong kind of people. They weren't trying to attract the Chinese, but they got it, okay? But an influx of Chinese nationals and the proliferation of Philippine offshore gaming operators, Pogo. You remember I did a broadcast on the Pogo? Was the gambling casinos? The Chinese are dominating that industry in the Philippines. And one of the reasons why they're dominating that industry in the Philippines is because this SRRV loophole that many of the Chinese took advantage of that were 35 and above, okay? In other words, in order to work in the Philippines, you have to have a work permit or you have to have a visa that allows you to work. I happen to have a visa that will allow me to work I happen to have a visa that will allow me to work in the Philippines. I have a 13A visa. I'm able to invest here. I'm able to study here. That visa accommodates that. In addition to that visa, the SRRV allows you to work here, study, invest as well. So Chinese said, well, I'm not going to marry no Filipino because I got the 13A marriage visa. I'm not going to marry no Filipino. I got to find me another way. And so they did loophole. 35, and so you see 40% of the retiree visas was held by who? Chinese. Because they did that thing and they messed it up for everybody else. I forgot what was this thing? I forgot. Hold on. I forgot what was. All right, what was that? Right here? Okay, I was right here. I think I skipped a couple of my slides too. Hold on. Yeah, I did this one right here. Did I do this one? Yeah, I did that one. Okay, yeah, I did it. All right, I'm ready. But yeah, so this visa was given, the Chinese took advantage of, they had an influx of Chinese nationals, and with the offshore gaming industry called POGO for short, Philippines Offshore Gaming Industry, and they used the SRRV. They were holders may engage in employment in the Philippines. The retiree was age 35 or older. And most likely they utilized the SRRV to gain employment in the country. As long as it's secured, if they didn't have to secure an AEP, which is a permit for working. Okay, so because they had the SRRV that allowed them to take advantage of a loophole. So I'm not gonna read all that, but now you see they bypassed the requirements of the work permit. Chinese nationals did, and when Senator Dick Gordon found that people with 35 years of age were getting in as retirees, they stopped the program in October 2020, and they revamped it. The main thing was they took the age requirement from 35 and moved it up to 50. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to talk to you about some contact information. If you want to contact the PRA, again, the PRA is what? Philippine Retirement Authority. If you want information about applying for the visa, you don't go to the BI, Bureau of Immigration. You will go to the PRA. They are the corporation that's owned by the Philippines that conducts and services and uses applies for application, etc. for the plan. And also they give you helpful information on what you need to do to qualify for the plan. There's phone numbers, fax, emails, and again, I'll have these links for you in the description of the video. Okay, office hours from 7 to 4, and they tell you the days they're there, fax number. So this is the contact information you would need to contact and to get information on what you need to do specifically to get into to apply for that visa. Okay. All right. So now we talked to you about a lot of things. I'm gonna go over there are basically 4 types of SRRV visa, and in my prior video I broke those 4 types down in very detailed manner. Okay. I'm just going to talk about the types, and that's it. I'm not going to break it down and give you examples and all of that. That's for the other video. So I'm going to go over the 4 types of SRRV visas, and each type requires a deposit amount. Okay, here we go. So the first one is the top there. You see, it's called the SRRV Smile. Okay, for active and healthy retirees who got an option to maintain their visa deposit of $20,000 in any of the PRA accredited banks. So for the Smile SSRE visa, you need what? $20,000, and you have to put it in an accredited PRA, Philippine Retirement Authority bank, like BDO, whatever. You just got to, when you contact the PRA, they'll tell you what the accredited banks are, and you have to deposit that in the bank, and then you have to show proof of that deposit. You just have to let it sit there. Right? I think they do give you interest on it, so it's just not there and no interest, but you will get interest on it. But as long as you have that visa, you have to have that money in the bank with that particular visa. Okay. The next one is right below it. It's called the SRRV Classic, and this is for active, healthy retirees who opt to use their visa deposit into an active investment. So if you just didn't want to put it in the bank, but you want an active investment, okay, such as the purchase of condo unit, a long-term lease, or on a house and lot, your retirement visa deposit is as follows. When 50 years old and above, you put in $10,000 with a pension. You have to have a pension with that. In other words, you have to have $10,000 and show proof of a pension. And then, or you can put in $20,000 without a pension. Okay. or from 35 to 49 years old, you have to put in 50,000 US dollars to an investment. Okay. All right. So that's the first two. Now let's go to the next two. Okay. Hold up. Actually, there's like 5, but they combine the other 2 into one. Okay. So hold on. Let's see the next one right here. Here we go. All right. So this one, the next one is called the SRRV Human Touch. Okay. This is for alien retirement. What you mean, Bobby? Alien? What you mean? You got some alien on you? I ain't got no alien on me. There's some people that's elderly and maybe sickly, you know, have a medical condition or something, 35 years old and above, who need or require medical clinical care, a monthly pension, because you can lower the age for people that are sick, because a lot of people that's young are medically disabled. So 35 is appropriate there, because a lot of people are on disability at young ages now. Okay, so this is for people that are sick and 35 years old and above, who require medical care, a monthly pension of at least $1,500 a month, a health insurance policy accepted by the Philippines, and a visa deposit of what? $10,000. Okay, so you are sickly, you disabled, you can take advantage of that human touch and come, because a lot of times when people are disabled, they get a disability and they're sick, Social Security, Medicare, whatever, you don't pay a lot, right? So you want to go somewhere where your dollars can stretch further, and the Philippines is an option for you. You just have to have that $10,000 deposit, you know? Once you come up with that, you're good to go, brother. Last one is called, the next one is called the SRRV Courtesy. This is the 4th one. This is for former Filipinos, okay? Former Filipino. What you mean by it? Former, man. I mean, you were a Filipino, but you dropped your citizenship for the Philippines and you got a United States citizenship or a Russian citizenship. You have to be 35. You want to come back to the Philippines and retire in the Philippines. You have to be 35 years old and above. So see, they lowered the age for you Filipino. Come on, man. We want you back. We'll let you come back, young guy. But before the nationals, guess what? No, you got to be 50, brother. 50 years and above, who are retired officers of the international organization recognized by the Department of Foreign Affairs. Okay, so and that your visa deposit, and they dropped it there. Your visa deposit requirement is $1,500. So this group here is courtesy. They really want you to come. They're allowing you to come in back to the home as a courtesy, and they're giving you lower deposit fees. Okay, so that's called the courtesy. And there's, I think, hold on, check this out. That's called a courtesy. There's one more. This is an extension of the SRRV Courtesy 1, or this would be called Courtesy 2. That's why it's actually 5 plans, guys. But the last 2 they combined into 1, so they keep trying to keep saying it's 4, but it's actually 5. Okay. This is the last one right here. It's called the SRRV Expanded Courtesy. Okay. Now on this one, it's for foreign nationals 50 years old and above who are retired armed force officers or of foreign countries with existing military ties and agreement with the Philippine government. In other words, if you're a retired military man, you could qualify for this one. You have to be 50 years old and above. Okay, from you in the military and you for the Army, Air Force, whatever in your country you came from, you can probably get in on this one. A monthly pension of at least $1,000 a month, and a visa deposit of how much? $1,500. That's a good deal, man. You military guys out there, if you got honorably discharged, you can get this, man. If you got dishonorably discharged, that's gonna be a problem. Nah, but if you got an honorable discharge, man, you can fly with this one. The SRR visa deposit includes the principal applicant and 2 dependents. So this one includes you and 2 dependents, which would be your wife or your child, or some of you got a wife and a girlfriend. No, I'm not playing, man. But no, 2 dependents. Additional dependents entails additional SR visa deposit of $1,500 each. So if you had 2 dependents more, getting on that, you had to give $15,000. Excuse me. Did I say 50? Yeah, $15,000 each. Wow, that's a lot, man. Except for former Filipinos, they drop it for former Filipinos. Okay. Children must be legitimate or legally adopted by the person. No baby mama, no baby, no, that's my baby daddy, none of that, okay? And you have to be unmarried and below 21 years old upon joining the program. That's for your dependents, okay? All right, so that's pretty much it, guys. I wanted to bring that to you because I kept getting a lot of questions. One question that somebody asked me, I forgot who it was. can you apply? Can you apply for the visa in USA? Do you have to be to the Philippines to apply? You don't have to be in the answer to the question. Whoever asked me that, I can't forget. You don't have to be in the Philippines to apply for the visa, but you do have to be in the Philippines to do what? Receive the visa, okay? Because they will not disperse it over the mail or whatever. You have to actually be here. Come here on a tourist visa, arrive, and then that's what the information is. About 5 days after your arrival, then you can go pick up your visa. Okay, that's what it says. So you don't have to be to apply for the visa. You don't have to be here. You can apply for that online through the PRA. However, to obtain the visa, to get it in your hands, you have to be here to give it to you. Okay, so that answers that question. So that's what we did today, guys. We covered some information on the SRRV visa. We showed you the big update, and it's just one big change, 35 to 50. Okay, and we told you the reasoning behind that change they made. A certain group of people were abusing the right, and they were taking advantage of a loophole to get in and just work here and make extra money on the POGO, Philippine Offshore Gaming Authority, this casinos, and the Chinese were doing it. And so as I showed you the stats, 40% of them were doing it. And so they said, "No, we got to stop this. This is taking advantage of our laws." And so now it's 50 and above. Okay, so it's a good deal. I think it's a lot. I didn't cover all of the benefits, but there's a lot of benefits associated with that visa. And the PRA is the contact if you want further information and further details about that visa. The PRA online. I'll have that information for you in the description of this video. Also, I gave you a list of contact information in this broadcast as well. Okay, that's it, man. That's all I got for you. Y'all ready to ride the train, man? Are you ready to ride the train? Hey, man, we had an awesome day on Sunday. We had a powerful food drive. We serviced 25 people, and God was good. We had a little drama. People always, I don't know what it is, man. When people see you doing good, they always going to try to cause some bad. I said, this is what I say. Whenever you go to another level, always expect a new devil. Okay, that's the truth, man. Whenever these people are doing right, tight, long, and strong, trying to help folks, there's always a devil lurking around trying to pull you down. But you know what, man? We pray them devils down, baby. Any devil trying. He said, what we said? Lisa D and I, we prayed last night. We said, "No weapon formed against us shall prosper, and any tongue that rises up against us in judgment, the Lord shall defeat." We prayed that thing, and so we standing on the word of God to deliver us from the enemy. All right, let's go. Y'all ready? People, oh, Peter Gallo said, "Amen, amen, amen." People, get ready. With the train that's coming, don't be no ticket. You just get on board, or you need love. Who said again? Say sweet, sweet love. Don't need no ticket. You just get on board. Get on board. Y'all ready, man? Are you ready for the roll call? Y'all ready, man? Y'all ready to ride the train? I know you are, man. I'm ready, man. I was ready since last night. I had to change the time because I was doing another video, and I thought I was going to get through with that video in enough time to do this broadcast, but I had an error on the video. I uploaded and I was ready to go. I said, "We're good now." Then I pulled up the video, a whole bunch of man, it had a processing error. So I had to re-download the video, re-up, and that took more time. And so that's why I had to reschedule this for the day outside. But you know how we do. Hey, but y'all ready to ride, man? You ready? We got to find out who rubbing up, dumping up, be the first man in the his house. What I say, toot, toot, you say all aboard, toot, 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 toot. When I say all aboard, you say toot, toot. All aboard, all aboard, all aboard. All over y'all, man. I'm ready to find out who's rubbing up, toughen up, buffed up enough to be the first man in this piece. Who that is? I need to know. I got to know. Inquire mind want to know. Who that say they're gonna beat them Saints? Who that say they're gonna beat? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let me take this opportunity to introduce you to. Okay, huh? You all right? You okay? She didn't have her glasses on, y'all.
Yeah.
What? Your eyes is all right. Lisa D, what's wrong? Ooh, Lord. Peanut gallery in the house, y'all. Peanut gallery in the house. And this is my wife, y'all. Her name is Lisa Day. And they call her too. Hey, she's a special lady to me. And she's been a blessing to me. We've known each other for about 10 years now. We got married 5 years ago. And it's been a blessing to be with Lisa D. I mean, we have our ups and downs like all couples do. But you know what, man? Through it all, God, nothing but God. When you
God is able.
Yeah, when you trust in the Lord with all your heart, lead not to your own understanding, but in all thy ways acknowledge him, God, shall direct your path. And see, that's why we're still together, like friends of a feather, of the Lord. But yeah, Lisa D, I'm gonna introduce her. Dun, 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 dun. Hail to the queen. What's up? What's up? Okay, I got an echo in the house today.
Second voice.
What's up, Lisa D?
What's up, BobbieD?
I'm doing good. You okay? Last night you had a rough night. You know that? Hey, for the last, what's the day? Thursday? Last 4 days, these people going through. But she got through though. She got right there. People trying to pull us down. I don't know what is wrong with people. Drama queen. Hey, let me tell you this. If you ever get married to a Filipino, even if you go with a Filipino and you're a foreign man, if I'm USA or something like that, watch out. Because when you marry a Filipino, you marry her family. And then a lot of problems come in that family, they're going to be jumping in on you. You know, a lot of drama queens in the Philippines, man. I'm telling you, these people are here very emotional. And when they see you doing well and they're not doing so good, that jealousy and that envy and that hatred has a tendency to come out in people, and they take it out on you. The very people that's trying to help them, right? We're trying to help them, right? But they're going to take it out on people. I'm telling you, when you get into this thing with the marriage or the fiance or girl going, even if you're just going living together, watch out. But you know what? I'm gonna do a broadcast on it. I'm gonna show you how to deal with them people. I'm gonna show you how to deal with it. Okay, let's go. We gotta find out who rubbing up, talking up, bumped up to be the first man in the. He's a who that is said it's gonna be just. I need to. I got.
I can't believe. I cannot believe.
You can't believe your eyes.
Who's number one?
Who is number one? Let me see. King Arthur in the house. King Arthur in the house. What's up, Big King? You all right, man? So glad to see you.
I cannot.
King Arthur did it, man.
I cannot crack on him.
Yeah, she said, I cannot crack on him. She can't crack on you now, but she's number one. You can't touch him now. King Arthur said,
I would say congrats.
Congrats. King Arthur said, it's my time, baby. It's my time.
Fire.
I'm doing the right, tight, long, and strong, riding the love train under a groove. Hey, man, congrats to you, King Arthur, man. You were close, close, and now you're there, man. Now let's see if you can keep that momentum. Let's see where you're going to be the next time we do the live, okay? Gotta get it. King, man. King got a number one mentality, man. When you try to hit, he was trying all the time, trying, and then he did it. He was consistent and he persistent. He didn't give up. A lot of people are like, well, I ain't fooling with that. I tried that. You never win when you quit, right? A winner never what? Quits, right? He's a winner, man. He didn't quit. A quitter always quits because they can never win. So we dealing with a winner. He got the winning mindset. King Arthur, congrats to you, my brother from another mother. You did it, man. Y'all give me props out there, okay? Don't play with King Arthur today. He's number one, aren't you?
And not number two.
And not, you will do today, brother, because you are not number two. You are not the father. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's the show. Okay, let's go. Ryan James. Ryan James, BobbieD, who we got? Smooth. What's up, Smooth? Okay, now.
He's the number two.
Smooth, man. What's up, man? You know how you get a number two spot today, man? Come on, man. What's up with you? Smooth. Come on, man. Come on, man. How you do that to me, man? You know I gotta tell you. No, I gotta tell you.
Number 2, just want to. Please.
Woo, woo, woo. Lisa, you took the words out of my mouth. Number 2 just won't do, but I'm sorry, but you all right. Sometimes, you know, you got to get up a little early, man. Get your finger on the trigger a little bit fast, you know. Let's see what time King Arthur did.
Well, I know 2 minutes.
See this move? You were 2 minutes away from glory.
And then he said, I think I'm 4. No, you're not number 4. You're
Smooth.
number 2.
You were 2 minutes away from victory. Huh? So now what you gonna do with that? You gonna use that as motivation to be number 1 next time? Or you gonna use that as motivation? I ain't gonna never win quit. Which one you gonna do? Just try to be better next time. Let's go round trip, Bobbie Lizzie. One nation. Rayman in the house, Rayman in the house, Rayman. Rayman coming, Rayman coming, Rayman coming, Rayman coming, Rayman. Sorry, I got in the loop. Russell Terry Fleming in the house, man. He said, ha ha, I waited. You're not gonna get me in the number. Terry Fleming said, nah, I ain't gonna land it. I'll be number 3, but I ain't gonna be number 3.
You know what? Since we started that number 2 just wanted, they don't like number 2 now.
Nobody want to be in that 2 spot. They rather be in a 0 spot than the 2 spot. They rather be in the 20 spot than the I'm thinking about to change the spot. What? Can we change the number 3? Can we change the number 3 tomorrow? What one? We'll keep the same. All right, so, hey, thank you so much for the donation to the nation.
We have to crack on number 3 also, because Rainbow is number 3.
We'll do a damn Terry Fleming. Thank you so much for the donation. Ride the train, Bobbie Lizzie, one nation under. Who we got, Lizzie? Let's go.
The hardest working man in the business. I feel good.
Thank you so much, Terry Fleming, for the donation to the nation. Rayman coming, Rayman coming. Thank you so much. More blessings. Much love to you, my brother, from another. Let's go round train, Bobbie Lizzie, one nation. Who we got?
Terry Fleming.
Terry Fleming.
No smooth songs. You number 2.
Smooth. Nobody gonna let you get away from that today, man. You can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. Let's go. Who we got, Lizzie?
Big John in the house.
Big John in the house. Big John in the house. Who? What's up, Big John? He said, good morning, BobbieD, Lisa D. What's up, man? He's out there in the New York City where the women are very, very pretty. What's up, man? Hey, you see that symbol he got by name?
Filipino smart pretty.
Okay, that's that. Yeah. But yeah, you see that symbol he got by name? That means he's an official member. What you mean, BobbieD? What you mean? It means he's an official member. He pays a membership fee once a month to get extra benefits. And we're going to be giving more extra benefits as we get more members. And he's an official member. We're asking everybody to become an official member. Okay? And John likes the channel so much, he said, okay, I'll be a member. And thank you so much, John. Good to see you, my brother, from another mother. Ride train, Bobbie Lizzie, one night. Who we got?
Monterey. The OJ's backstabbers. Some people are just haters.
I'm telling you, man.
It's a lot.
For the last since Sunday, people been hating on me. You would be surprised at the hate. First, they just started with her. And then for some reason, I had nothing to do with the situation at all. They put me in the situation too. That's how Filipinos do. Anyway, but God has got our backs. You hear me? We prayed and it's done. I'm telling you, man, people would always, when they see you doing good, they see you doing well, especially in the Philippines, they want to pull you down to the ground, to their level. But we're not going to go that way. Let's go ride train, Bobbie Lizzie, one nation.
King Arthur, what's up, Terry, Jan, Smooth, and the rest of the Love Train crew?
We doing good, man. We blessed and highly favored of the Lord. Let's go, Ride Train BobbieD. Who we got?
King Arthur, I'm a military retiree. Is SRRV right for me?
Okay, let me answer that question for you. If you do not intend on marrying a Filipina, that might be a very good option, and you want to live here permanently, or maybe 6 months, a year, once a year, whatever, or and come back and forth. That would probably be a good option for you. But if you're getting married, I understand you're getting married, anyway. But if you're getting married, I would take the 13E permanent visa, 13A rather. That's the one I have called a marriage visa. You pay about 20,000 pesos. I think about 20,000. Anyway,
I think more than that.
About 25,000 pesos or whatever. But you get the visa, okay? Not pesos, not dollars, not pesos, which is not considered the amount. It's way lower than the deposit amount you have to have for an SRRV visa, right? So you pay that amount, and you get your visa, and you come and go like you want to. All the privileges of a permanent citizen here.
And if you're permanent, you can get a job over here if you want to.
Right. If you're a permanent visa holder like I am, I can work here, but I wouldn't work here because they don't pay you nothing. But you have that option. But also with the retirees visa, you have the option of working here as well. One difference between the retirees visa and the permanent resident visa is that on the retirees visa, you do not need the ACRI card, which is the Alien Certificate of Registration. I need that because I don't have a retirement visa, but I prefer the marriage visa. Now, if for some reason, if I wasn't married to Lisa D, I would probably consider that, and I wanted to live here permanently, I would probably consider the SRRV visa. And I'm a military, so I probably get me that. I get the 1,500. And I think you're military too, right, King Arthur? You can get that. You can get that 1,500 discount dollars rather than the 10,000. And you 50 plus. You can get that, man. But if you're getting married, I would suggest you get the 13A marriage visa. It's much better if you're married here versus retirement visa. Okay, let's go. Ride Train BobbieD, One Nation.
Lamont, what's up?
Taylor Made in the house. What's up, man? You all right? He said, good morning, BobbieD and Lisa D. Juneteenth gonna be a federal. Yeah, man. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah. Happy Juneteenth, y'all. June 19th. It's going to be a federal holiday from now until forever. For now and forever.
Happy holidays! Happy holidays.
Happy Juneteenth. See, she don't know what Juneteenth is. Let me tell you what Juneteenth is, y'all. Juneteenth, not Juneteenth. It's called Juneteenth. Juneteenth is he spelled it wrong. It's T-E-N-T-H. Juneteenth. Because it was June 19th of 18-something. It was 2 years after the black people was declared free, emancipated.
Freedom.
The troops went into Texas and told the people they were free. They what? That was on June 19th of 1860-something, 65, something. And so ever since that day, the black community, African-American community, celebrate that day. And we've been celebrating it every year since. And so finally, somebody got up in the Congress and said, you know what? We need to celebrate the freedom for our people. We worked to this country. We worked our fingers to the bone. And y'all don't do nothing for us. Y'all don't even put us in no kind of books. We need to celebrate our people. And Trump, they put it up there when Trump was there. Trump said, kill that bill. And they kicked it down. Biden got up there and said, let's go. Sign it. And it's passed in the Senate. Because now, the Democrats got the majority almost. And then it's going to get ready. I think it passed already. Anyway, it's going to be a national holiday, y'all. I'm so happy about it. And also, guys, for those of you that are African-American out there, Sojourner Truth is going to be on a $20 bill coming up not too long, not too soon, You get ready for that. First time we ever had a black woman, a female on a dollar, on a money currency of the United States. And it's going to be a blessing, man. We are moving up slowly in the country. This country is beginning to recognize the people that suffered, bled, and died, and to help this country and help America move up. And because we were never mentioned in history books, and there was no mention of the things we did, and now they're beginning to mention us. And it's been a struggle for us to get recognition that we so rightly deserve. We shouldn't have to do all of this, but we do what we got to do to get our respect. That's all it is. Let's go, Ride Train BobbieD. Who we got?
Terry Fleming.
What's up, Terry?
Everything's everything, Sir Arthur.
Everything is everything, man. I'm all right. I'm up in here doing the thing with these train riders. Let's go, y'all.
Sincerely, what's up? Angel in the house. Angel in the house. Angel, let's go.
Well, she sang the song. Angel in the house, angel in the house, angel in the house. Ooh, what's up, Cecilia? How you doing, my dear? So good to see you, so good to see you, so good to see you. She said, have a peaceful and lovely day. Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. You remember that song? Gentlemen, hoorah, angels, hooray. Hey, thank you so much, sincerely. It's a blessing to see you, my dear. She's out there in Saudi Arabia. She working in the King's house, and she's doing a good job. And she has a channel she calls Sweetie, what is it, Sweetie Kisses?
Sweetie
Kisses? Sweet Kisses, that's the other channel. And she got no one to sit there. Yeah, check out when you get a chance. Ryan J. Bobby Lacey, One Nation.
Terry Fleming, Angel in the house. Hello, Angel.
What's up, Cecilia? Bobby's Angels in the house. Let's go, Ryan J. Bobby, who we got?
Sincerely am, she says, Sir Raymond, Terry Fleming, what's up?
What's up? See, that's how my people do, man. They always greet and meet each other, and it's we are family. I got all my brothers and sisters and me. Let's go right to everybody. You see what we got?
Billy.
Billy, what's up, Billy? Billy D.
Billy.
Billy D, what's up, Billy D? He said, and is SSRRV open? Yes, it is. Yeah, this is a good question. I should have mentioned that. They were closed, they were suspended in October. They actually reopened the plan in April of 2021. Reopened it, and when they reopened it, they let you know that there was simply a new age of what? Entry. You have to be 50 on most of the plans to get in, 50 plus rather than basically 35 plus. And if you looked at the video at the broadcast, top of the broadcast, I explained why the Chinese were taking advantage of the loophole, avoiding the work permits with the restrictions. The requirements for getting a work permit is way more stricter than getting the SRRV Retirement Visa. So they took advantage of it, and they found out about it. 40% out of the 70,000, 150,000 work SRRV visas out there, they have 40%. They said that's not right. They're taking advantage of the plan. So they boosted up the age to 50. But your question, Billy, is it open now? Yes, sir, it is open. And when you come here, you are the SRRV, the SRRV retirees are now allowed to come back to the Philippines if they've been vaccinated, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, you with me good? You with me good? Let's go. Ryan Train Bobby, who we got?
Billy.
Billy D, what's up, man? He said, which is higher, which is most popular and low cost for 50 years old plus? The classic? I don't know, man. Go back to I got it. I checked out for you. Let's go back over this, y'all. So we got a question. I want to make sure.
No.
Right where? Right here?
Right.
I got it. Okay.
Scroll.
So I'm gonna go back to the plans because I don't remember the details. I have to show it to you. I got so much stuff on my mind. Okay? So right here, let's look at Billy's question. He said, which is most popular? Which is most low cost? Okay, we're gonna go over the plans again just for Billy. The Smile, that's the basic plan, is 20,000. You don't want that. That's a lot of months. The Classic, they got three prices for the Classic. 50 years and above is 10,000 with a pension. You got a pension, Billy, you're 50 years old, that probably be for you. 50 years old and above without a pension, you have no pension, you need a positive $20,000. 35 to 49 years old, Billy, you need a positive 50,000. So that Classic may not be good for you, Billy, because you have to have at least 10,000 with a pension to get in the Classic, okay? Let's go. And the Smile is not good for you. You got that 20,000. Go ahead to the next one, D. Go down there. Hit the next one.
Smile.
This one, yeah, that one right there. This is the next one on the list, Billy. Just for you, Billy, because I want to make sure you're clear. If you had a question, somebody else might have had a question too. So let's make sure we don't leave anybody behind. All right, the human touch. I started to say human torch. The human touch is for if you have a medical disability or sick or whatever, you have to be 35 years and older and above. And you need medical care, like if you need a nurse or whatever. You have to have a pension of at least $1,500. If you get disability or something, that would qualify as a monthly pension. Okay? And you have to have health insurance policy accepted by the Philippines. And you have to have a deposit of $10,000. Okay? So that one's $10,000. That might be good for you, Billy. The next one is the courtesy.
This probably would not be for you. This is for former Filipinos, 35 and above. So you won't qualify for that because you're not a former Filipino. Go to the next one, Lizzie.
Wait,
Go to the next one, Lizzie. What are you doing?
wait lang.
You messed the question up. All right. This one here is the expanded courtesy. On this one, you have to be 50 years or above, and you have to have a monthly pension. You have to have a pension of $1,000 a month. That's easy to meet, man. Pension of $1,000 a month. Most people get like $22,000, $300. And then you have to have a deposit of $1,500 is required. Okay, foreign nationals who are retired armed forces. You've been military, Billy. You retiree. You got an honorable discharge. $1,500 a month. That's all you need, and you got $1,500 deposit and $1,000 a month monthly pension. You can't beat that. That's the problem. If you're the retired man, that's the one you want to get. You know, I could get that one too. I'm military too, but I got the 13.8. I don't even need that one. Okay, but yeah, that's probably if you retired, you get that one. If not, you would get the one for $10,000. Okay, you with me, man? You good? We good? Do I need to go over it again? Let's go. I did that for you, Billy. Because I want to make sure you clear. You crystal clear? Let's go. All right, we got Murphy. Hey, what up?
Got in the house.
He said he'll love train peeps, blue wrenches, and angels.
Hello.
Oh, he'll love. I thought you said he'll love. Hello, what's up, man? I said, who love train peeps? What's up? What's up, Gunny in the house? What's up, man? Y'all right? So good to see y'all. See that? Y'all see that symbol by his name? Y'all see that symbol by his name? He is a official member. Let's go round train, BobbieD. One Nation. Who we got?
Murphy Ace. Hello, BobbieD and Lisa.
What's up, bro? You all right, man? So good to say it. So good to say it. So good to see. I need y'all to pray for us, okay? I'm serious. Pray for us. We're trying to get some devils that's trying to mess with us, and we're gonna get them good. I want y'all to get on your knees and pray for Bobbie and Lisa that we will get them devils. Let's go round train, BobbieD. Who we got?
Murphy Hayes, as far as I know, if you have dishonorable discharge to don't get jacked.
Yeah, if you have you have to have an honorable discharge in order to get the military discount, deposit discount. Okay, if you don't have an honorable discharge, don't try it because you're not going to get it. They go back and verify the U.S. Armed Forces. You have to bring your DD-214 form. They verify all that stuff. If you're not honorable discharge, don't try it. Let's go round train, BobbieD. Who we got?
King Arthur, about time, Murphy. Thanks for letting me be number one.
Murphy said, I'm gonna give King Arthur. I'm gonna let him slide today. Who we got round train, BobbieD? He One Nation.
He's so thankful.
Terry Fleming, he said, I have helped with feeding programs here, and when you bring a group of people together for fees, there's going to be problems. Yeah, you're right about that. And I don't know what it is, man. Let me put it like that. The problems we had, remember the people we fed, right? They were people fine. It's people behind the scenes in her family that was going crazy for no reason. Oh man, and I don't even get on all that, but I just pray. You know, we praying some devils down, man. They causing trouble for no reason. Let's go round train, BobbieD. Who we got?
Terry Fleming, next time I'm going to be number 2.
Man, you just won't do. Let's go round train, BobbieD. One Nation.
Murphy, I don't even think you can get a job with a dishonorable discharge.
You can get a job, but for those that don't care about military service, and sometimes they lie and don't put the military service on there. But if you try for the government, if you try to get a job with the government and you got a dishonorable discharge, that won't go. You can forget that. But some other company will take you, but you know, they're gonna ask you was you honorable discharge or not, and then you have to be honest. Tell them if you were dishonorable discharge, just tell them the truth. Truth is the best policy, and tell them why. Tell them my mama was sick, sir. And I told them I need to leave. They won't let me leave, so they dishonor. Just tell them the truth. The truth is the best policy. I mean, you tell somebody the truth, they understand your condition and your concern, they might have pity on you and let you in. Let's go round train, BobbieD. Who we got?
King Arthur, Murphy. Or if you have a busy day, bad conduct discharge.
Bad conduct. I don't know what the bad. Anyway, I thought it was dishonor. I never heard of bad conduct discharge. That's on this. Okay, yeah. Any kind of bad discharge, man, forget about it. They're gonna let you in because that program is for people that have what? Honorable discharge. You have an honorable discharge from the military armed forces. They respect that, and because of your service, your voluntary honorable service, they reward you with a discount for your deposit amount. Okay, let's go round train, BobbieD. Who we got?
King Arthur. Okay, Terry, you know what Lisa D will do if you are number 2.
Well, they will do it. She'll say number 2 just found this. Let's go round train, BobbieD. See one nation other. Who we got?
Murphy.
What's up, Murphy?
Let me read it.
Congratulations. Oh, great one. Your dreams finally come at last. Number 1. Yeah, he finally made it. The king finally made it to the top. And he's about to drop. Let's go. Right, everybody. Who we got?
King Arthur. Yes, Murphy. I stayed up all night with coffee and
he know the plan.
Pro juice.
He know the plan. He know the secret of staying up and getting to be number 1. Let's go, right, everybody. Let's see one nation. Who we got?
Murphy.
Is it? All the official members in the house there. Everybody hit the like button from 1 time. 1, 2, 3. Chichi-paya. 1, 2, 3. Chichi-paya. 1, 2, 3. Chichi-paya. 1, 2, 3. Chichi-paya. 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 I'm sorry. I got carried away. Y'all hit the like button for me now. Let's go. Round train, BobbieD. See one night. Thank you so much. He said, oh, thank you, Lisa D, for not cracking on me. In that rhyme. He said, thank you, Lisa D, for not cracking on me in that rhyme.
You're welcome, Margaret. Thank you for listening.
Hey, Margaret is doing the tight right long strong. He on the number 1. He the number 1 honcho today. Don't mess with him. Okay, me, Lisa D? Don't mess with him. Let's do it down for number 1 honcho in the house today. King Arthur riding the train, BobbieD, one nation.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the original players from the Himalayas. Jerome's in the house. I said Jerome's in the house. Jerome's in the house. I said Jerome's in the house. Come on, girl, let's do the penguin.
Thank you so much, King Arthur, for the donation to the nation. More blessings, much love. Nah, they do. DG did that, man. I said, DG, don't do that. You know me, man. I like to have fun. Let's go ride train, BobbieD. Who we got?
Thank you, Margaret.
Terry Fleming, he said, King Arthur number 2 is really who I am, the underdog. Okay, underdog is always in the second spot. Ain't no way, ain't nothing wrong with that, because you're going to get to be number 1. And you got to go through number 2 to get to number 1. Right? Let's go.
Terry Fleming, King Arthur, you're truly number 1 this time.
Number 1 is the spot to be in, man. I don't know about y'all, man. I don't like to be last, nothing. Okay? I want to be at the top, close to the top as I can get. You know, so I see you at the top. So
number 2 is close to the top, but we correct.
No, it won't do. We focus on the number 2 spot. Why do we focus on the number 2 spot? Why do we focus on the number? I want to dance. Why do we focus on that's got rhythm to it, y'all? Why do we focus on the number 2 spot? Because it is an encouragement to you to let you know that you was that close to being number 1. You put a little bit more effort, a little bit more time, a little bit more attention, and you can be number 1. And that's, you know, being number 1 can transfer not just to the show. It could transfer to every area of your life. You know, You want to be number one on your job. Well, I was number one on the show. What's holding me back from being number one on my job? You know, I was number one on the show. What's holding me back from being number one in the community? And, you know, my own, number one, man, the best, the top, not the bottom. Let's go round train, BobbieD. Who we got?
Murphy Hayes, Sir Smooth is trying to be Mr. Slick.
Smooth beat, smooth out. You what's up? What's smooth out? You know, went to sleep. Went to sleep, y'all. Let's go round train, BobbieD. Who we got?
You don't want to get cracked.
King Arthur said, Terry, I don't want to be number two. I would just miss the team, miss the train, and sleep at the train station. I know, man. People don't want to get their number two slot, you know. We find people that get the number two slot, they already know it's a crime. King Arthur Terry.
Murphy Hayes. He said, "This is the green-eyed monster called jealousy, Bobbie."
That's what it is, man.
Yeah, it is.
When you come out here, guys, I'll reiterate what I said earlier. When you come out here, and if you live long term like me, short term, you probably won't see none of that. Okay, short term, but you just here like week 2, 3 weeks, you out. You know, they're not gonna mess with you. But you be long term, and first of all, when we and her get married, there's a lot of naysayers. They ain't gonna last a year. He's a foreign man. He like to win. Because most foreign men like to run around and get women, right? I'm not the one. I don't need but one woman, and that's the one for me. So they had already put all these stigmas on me when we got married, and we didn't meet none of those negative stigmas. So we're still going strong, and we're still going along, and we're doing well. And they see this show, and they get jealous. They see us doing well on the show, and they see us when we go places. Every time we go places, we put stuff on the internet. They see that, they get jealous because they don't have what we have. Why get jealous? You should be excited if somebody you know is doing it. You might, if you have the motivation, you can do it too. People are so jealous and envious here in the Philippines. It is pathetic. But you can't let that focus on you. We don't let that bother us. The people we help, we're jealous, you know, and we helping them. That's what got me, man. I'm helping a person, and they turn on it. We're helping. Oh God, let's go, Lizzie. I'm about to get crazy up in here. Let's go, Lizzie. Go.
Monkey Rash, Lisa D, did our man Frederick Mason jump ship? I don't know what happened. I hope he didn't get flushed from Thailand.
Because he was drinking all that We got an SOS on Frederick Mason. Anybody know Frederick? Tell him to get in touch with this show. Okay, we got an all-point bulletin out for Frederick Mason.
You missed a lot of case, frenemy.
Yeah, he might have lost the case. That's why
we miss you. Even we crack on you, we still miss you.
He shamed to slow his face up in here because he done lost the case. Let's go right there about who we got.
King Arthur, I think at least 10 Republicans voted for the holidays.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
To a holiday.
You're right. Anytime, no, they talking about two holidays. Talking about Juneteenth. Anytime they have a bill like that, you can want to get at least 5, 10. But they need at least 10 to go along with major bills in order for it to pass. Thank goodness, because the Republican Party, and I'm not just talking about them to talk about them. Everybody knows what I'm going to say. This is a fractured position right there, a fractured status. They torn, some here, some there, some there. Some of them are loyal to Trump. Some of them are not loyal to Trump. Many Republicans have left the Republican Party because they don't like the way it is right now. Is loyalty to Trump. That's what's running the Republican Party. Many people are calling it the Trumpican Party because Trump is the king. Yeah, he's the king. And have you guys seen all the stuff that's coming out now about how Trump had access and got people's records, the reporters' records, and people in Congress records? Can you believe that, man? The DOJ, what's the guy named? The Department, the head of Attorney State, the Attorney General, Warren, is it Warren? Anyway, that he used the Attorney General for his personal attorney to get vendetta on his enemies. It's wrong, man. He need to get some time for that. You know, they said they don't normally prosecute a president once he's out of office. They need to make an exception to that rule for him. He did some straight up dirt. While we're on the subject of politics, let's talk about Biden. You know, he had a summit in Geneva, right? With Putin. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It didn't impress me. I don't know about you, but that little thing he did, he could have did that on the phone. I'm serious. He could have talked to Putin on the phone, or he could have talked to got his ambassador to go, the Russian ambassador to go to talk to Putin. I need to see more. I need Biden to be a little bit stronger and a little bit longer. He get up there and like he would chit chat with Brad. I was look at Putin. Let me tell you something. That's it, Putin. Not Putin pie. I ain't talking about no Putin pie, okay? I said, look at Putin, Vladimir Putin. What? I was looking at Vladimir Putin. Let me tell you something. If I ever catch you putting a bounty on American head again, I'm gonna send every force we got and get your man for that. And if I ever catch you doing a cyber attack, y'all better be glad I'm not the president. Let's go.
King Arthur, he said they should put Licity on the Philippine bill holding a bottle.
The national, she'd be on a 20 peso bill.
Be famous.
She'd be famous. Everybody say, I want that too, the bill right there with Licity. Let's go. Ryan Train Bobby Lizzie, One Nation.
That was a good idea.
Now you got her thinking now. She wants to be on the bill. Thank you a lot so much. Thank you so much. King Arthur. Who we got?
Marvin Ace. Nothing the Republicans do surprises me, King Arthur.
No, I agree with that, man. I was shocked that they would go along with the big lie. You know, I had a hard time with that. I can deal with that now. But they still, now they're talking about bringing Orange Man back in August. How can the Orange Man come back in August? There's no way he can come back unless there's a revolution. Are they planning another revolution? Let's go, Roger. Who we got?
King Arthur. Murphy, some Democrats are just as bad as Republicans.
Some are. And the guy named Manchin from West Virginia, you might as well call him a Republican. Let's go, Round Train Bobby. Who we got?
Marvin Hayes. Yep, some are.
Some are, yeah, some are. You know, it depends on, you know, some people are labeled as Republicans and they're really not. Some people are labeled as Democrats and they're really not. So actually, when it all comes down to the rubber hits the road, it depends on that person and their personality and the way they deal with life. Let's go, Round Train Bobby Lizzie, One Nation.
Marvin Hayes, when you're obeying God, you will get the attention of the enemy and he will send his people to attack and discourage.
Yeah, that's true. Whenever you stand up for the Lord, his enemies see that and they will come to attack you. But guess what? God will protect you when you pray to God for protection. We did a prayer of protection and we know that God hears our prayers when we follow him and what he does. And the people that are coming after us who are trying to attack us verbally are people that are godless, okay? They think they know God, but they don't, you know? And I can, ooh, Lord. Woo. Holy Spirit just came all over me then. That was a true word there. Let's go, Ride Train Bobby Lizzie. Who we got?
King Arthur, BobbieD, please don't say Trump is the king.
Nah, he ain't no king. Trump is a dump. Let's go, Ride Train Bobby Lizzie. Who we got?
Dennis Antonio, long time no see.
What's
You
up,
are in
Dennis?
Caboose today.
Dennis in the
What's up,
house. What's up, man?
Dennis?
So good to see you. So good to see you. So good to
See ya.
He made it on the train. He said, good morning.
Good morning.
Good
to
evening
you.
to you, my brother. So good to see you. Have you here. We miss you. God bless you. Hope you're okay. And keep in touch. All right, man. Let's go. Ride Train
That's
Bobby.
it.
All right, guys. It's been real. It's been real. It's been real. We got to go. We got to go. We got to go. Let's go. If you do closing comments.
Thank you guys for all the donations that you've given to us. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. More blessings to you and
Much love.
And thank you for joining us. To remember to like, share, and subscribe. And our Facebook fan page is called the Philippines Connection. Please like the page. And you can also follow us on Instagram at BobbieD Life in the Philippines. Look at the video description for media information. If you are viewing the live stream as a recorded replay, allow the ads to run during the video. And we have an Android app on Google Play Store called
Philippines
Philippines
expat lifestyle.
Download and enjoy all our videos without going through the YouTube app. Sorry. And if you're a veteran,
You can call 1-800-827-1000. Call this for veterans information as of January 1, 2020. All veterans with a VA card will have access to benefits. Now, this is going to do
Lab Train
Oh.
Nation, we now have merchandise available for purchase. Check them out at lifeandfall.BobbieD.com, and we have more comments.
Okay, what we got?
Dennis Antonio, he said, okay lang, salamat.
Ah, Dennis speaking
Glad to hear.
Soprano. We understand this is speaking Soprano. He said, okay, now, salamat.
Why sa
Thank you.
panan?
Why is it fine, Dennis?
Murphy Hayes, the Republicans are Trump's. La la la, Fantasyland.
Yeah, Trump is having his, well, I ain't gonna say his name. Orange Man is having his way with the Republicans. I'm trying to actually figure out in my mind, where's that going to? Where's that headed? And they're talking about the Orange Man running again in 24. I don't think that's gonna happen. You know why? He's gonna be up under some charges and he's gonna get convicted. You can't have a convicted felon running for the office, highest office in the land. That's just against the law. So I don't see no way he's gonna be running again in 2024. It'd probably be one of his children or one of his associates that he have to kiss his ring. You know, you got to go kiss the darn ring and get his approval. Probably do like that. Let's go. We got right train about easy.
Rhythm Ghost, what's up, James?
James in the house. What's up, James? How you doing, brother? So good to see you. So good to see you around the caboose today. First man up on Facebook. What's up, brother?
Good night, Live Train.
Good night to you, brother, for another month. Up in shout out. Who we got round train, Bobby? They say.
That's it.
All right, let's go with the closing clips.
A towering presence, run like the wind. Be a king or a queen. Life in the Philippines.
Oh, no.
We got to go.
We got to go. We got to go. We got to go. This is BobbieD.
And the Tuba Queen, Lisa D.
Say take care
God bless.
and peace.
Good night,
Good night,
guys.
guys.